You're early. I told Bob to wait until I got home. What the fuck?
Shut up and get down on the floor.
Please don't fucking bother. There's no point in play acting now.
Shit. I said get down on the floor, alright?
You'll kill him?
I like how there is a sense of comedy in the short, of how a seemingly well thought out plan with very serious intentions can go wrong, and it changes the theme and the genre momentarily. I like how the dialogue flowed well between the woman and the burglar. I liked the slanted angle between the two. It shows that the two characters have a shared connection, and that the scene is between the two of them and no one else really is involved, even though there was another character there. I think it really pointed towards who's actually the important characters within that, so I think that was very well done.
This was really cleverly written with a fun surprise ending. The lead character does a wonderful job with the primary monologue in the piece, basically carrying the film. Great choice of location, very believable that this could happen in this home setting. The suspenseful soundtrack and muted lighting were perfect for the tone of the piece. Excellent 911 operator voice, too. Very realistic. Good pace, editing, and direction.
This was beyond clever. The first thing that you notice about this is the title. And being a smart, you get cocky and you roll your eyes and you start thinking, oh yeah, I know where this is going. And I love the fact that the filmmakers let you get arrogant in thinking, oh, okay, you know what we're going to do. And you're sitting there and you're watching it. And then they do something so incredibly smart. They hit you with a twist. And you sit there with your jaw on the floor and you're like, oh, damn, I did not see that coming. I love films like this. And it was my fault. I mean, I got cocky. I thought that I knew what they were going to do. The acting on this was absolutely superb. The way that they shot this, and in such a small amount of time too, this was not a long film. It was something like 6 minutes. Ingenious. And they had one set. It was perfect.
You come into this, you see there's a shocking situation set up, and then the lady's like, why are you here early? And she's calling the guy. You're thinking that the wrong guy is showing up to the wrong house and he's going to kill them both. Her plan's going to backfire. He's going to kill her or something like that. But then it turns out, that she was faking the whole thing. And what a great twist ending, And I wonder any actors that are going to acting classes and that see this movie right now are probably wondering if they can use their powers of improv for good to save lives. But anyways, yeah. Great way to subvert expectation. It has that shock at the end gives the whole thing meaning. And it's like Edgar Allan Poe says that a short story should have one overall meaning. And this does that. Great job. So the actors all did a great job. All three of the people on screen were excellent. The lady especially really carried it.
I thought this was phenomenal. I absolutely loved this. I loved the concept. I loved everything about this. 100%. Having like somebody that you walk into your home and like somebody's mid-robbery, like that's something that like is way closer to something that is conceivable in an average person's lifetime. And I think for that reason, like it just makes it that much scarier and that much more intimidating and that much more of a thrill for, filmmakers and stuff like that, because like I said, like that it's just so much closer to what I really do feel like would be a reality for, your average person.
Here we have is an educated and skillful woman who uses her knowledge of improv from a book she read to outsmart and outwit an assailant trying to kill her husband. The last minute of the video is crucial to watch, so we understand she never was on the act, but actually talking to a police officer. But she needed to make it seem the opposite to fool the bad guy, which worked. I did at first think she ordered for a hitman, but they got the address wrong, so I did enjoy that plot twist as well as I did the 2 wide tracking shots we get in the beginning to establish the wealth of the woman. There's a lot of artificial lighting in the house, as we see with all the lamps, to give it that warm, homey yellow feeling, and some moonlight by the window, which all work great.
Throughout this, you're thinking her and her husband are into some type of sick BDSM game or something with capturing each other. But the fact that the credits have it as a 911 call, what a perfect way to do it. And it's probably something that most people wouldn't think about, is act like it's something sick and that the intruder's in the way, because it would throw them for a loop. Whether it would work in real life is probably subjective and unrealistic, but for this, it was pure genius. Because who would think about that? Because she was perfectly calm and annoyed. And which you could see with how it would throw a bad guy off. It was really perfect, and it was kind of intense while funny at the same time, especially when you find out that she was doing this and both men were thinking she lost her mind.